2. Live from the stereo.
Okay, cut. Yeah, boo-boo.
You're breaking out. Fourth, and where do you want the fifth?
Hey.
What's happening? Episode 62, Nothing Loose Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Joey.
I'm Roy.
It's been a while. How's
Yeah.
everyone doing?
It's good. I think that it was a good little break that we had. You know, we don't want to turn it into just.
And now we have good content.
Yeah.
We have a lot on our mind. A lot of shit went down over the weekend.
Yeah.
We're all on opposite places.
Yeah.
It's all opposite things.
Yeah. So let's start with you
hop
because
into it.
me and Roy had the same weekend pretty much. But Tony, what did you do this weekend?
This weekend, I went to Rosarito, Ensenada,
Nice.
Puerto Nuevo, that area down there. So Joe finally got his passport, Joe Jacobs. So we went down there and we checked it out, showed him a couple of places. He hasn't been there in a couple, 10 years, so it's all foreign to him. And it was kind of cloudy, and then we shot back up here around 7. Me and Jen got to the house, she changed clothes, decided to head out to Hillcrest, checked it out. Went down there, it was still hectic as hell.
Wait. You got back what day and then what?
Saturday.
Saturday, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. So we left Saturday here in the morning.
You went out to Hillcrest Saturday night.
Saturday night, I texted you. Oh, good. So I texted you. I didn't get a response till 3 hours later.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I said, "Are you all right? I'm in the line. I'm in the border line." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm at the border. Where you at?" Crickets.
Damn.
I'm at
You know
Gossip.
what?
I'm at Gossip Girl. Oh shit.
You know what?
What?
That's what I said? No, you know what? That whole time, I wasn't on my phone at all.
Mhm.
It was just in my pocket, and my phone's always on silent, no vibe, nothing.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of, I didn't use my phone at all this weekend. My battery didn't die. I still had 60% at the end of the night. It was tight. Yeah, I was just completely cut off. I was just I was enjoying myself in the moment.
So,
Yeah.
So we showed up to Gossip Girl. The line was around the corner.
So what you ended up doing?
We walked around, saw everyone there.
You should have came to the festival, and then we were literally through the gates to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$30 ticket. Yeah, called out.
Yeah. No,
I
well,
bought mine in advance.
I bought mine in advance too. Yeah, it was 25, but that's for the whole weekend.
Oh, shit.
Last year, it was 25 a day at the gate,
Because you guys didn't plan ahead.
or $40 online for both. Yeah. It was. I have no idea why the prices
Wow. On Facebook Market, I saw somebody on Saturday that was giving their Sunday off for free. Here.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, people were over it.
Yeah.
'Cause it was Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Well,
No?
just Saturday, Sunday, but Friday was the block party on Normal Street, so
Okay.
100 feet away from my house.
Nice.
They
So
had
you
a-
have not slept?
No, well, I mean, I haven't slept well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely almost crashed on my desk at work today.
Mhm.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, it was tight. It was tight. I'm glad that you had a good time in Mexico, though.
Yeah.
Been trying to go.
You have a passport?
Do you need a passport to
Yes,
go?
you need a
You
passport.
need one,
Well, you're
for
white.
sure.
You're white.
That's funny.
No, but they'll tell you, they'll harass you a little bit, hey, you're supposed to get a passport, so you'll get that one buy, and it just depends on. I know people that go very often that don't have a passport, but
Yeah.
they likely don't get the same border agent,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
a big question,
I get it. I mean, I get it, especially with the heightened border
Mhm.
patrol. That's fine. I totally get it. It's just I don't know, man.
No.
Kind of sucks. It's just another tax. But we'll save that conversation for another
But
day.
the food there, worth it, bro.
No, yeah. I mean, the
Peas,
food would be
fun.
terrific. It's just
Yeah.
why do I have to pay?
3 margaritas, $15.
Stop. Wow. Well, you're speaking his language. He's
Yes.
Mr. Tequila over here.
I'm there.
Oh my God. All right.
It's views for days.
Let's just talk about my Pride experience. So this weekend was Pride. That's what Tony was alluding to when he said Hillcrest. I don't think he actually said Pride, but it was
Wednesday,
Pride. It was Pride weekend.
It was Pride weekend, but I went to Hillcrest. I didn't
Yes.
say Pride because I didn't go to the festival.
The whole place was the festival. Trust me. So Roy came over to my place.
Mm-hmm.
Lit.
Yeah. Was he lit before? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, so you walked
Yeah.
in lit
No,
what's up,
because,
Gucci?
I was 4 shots in.
Okay.
We went to the.
You kind of need that when you're hanging around drawers, Or
You mean
text.
Dexter? No, he was super chill. He was enjoying himself.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't bad at all. But I went to the parade in the morning, went to gossip actually with my sister,
Nice.
and we were hanging out for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then left, went back. The whole time I was telling Roy, I was like, yeah, we're gonna cruise to the festival sometime soon. Left him hanging a little bit because I like passed out between 12:30 and like 1:30.
Okay. You woke up.
Apparently that whole time he was drinking, like trying to pregame.
The fuck else
So-
is he gonna do? Like,
So like imagine your person who's gonna tell you it's okay to finally come cruise is just like late. You just sit there and drink the whole time. He showed up like lit, right? He couldn't even get into my building, and then I don't know where he went, the front or the back, but he texted me. He said, "I'm at the gate."
defend yourself, bro.
I walked downstairs. He wasn't at the front. I walked to the back. He wasn't at the
Well,
back.
I was confused.
And then I'm texting him like, dude, where are you? I ended up calling him, and this was like 5 minutes of me walking around the neighborhood. Finally,
That's
as soon as I start walking back up my stairs, here comes Roy calling me, and then somebody lets him in, right? I don't know what the hell happened.
Roy,
with
what's
the
your
fire.
story?
see what had happened was.
What happened
What
was.
happened was I got in my Uber, dropped me off, and I guess the street, I think it's Lincoln.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was completely blocked, so he like went around and then dropped me off in front, and then he dropped me off right before the DMV.
I
So
can't
don't-
hear you, Roy.
Sorry, he dropped me off right before the DMV, so that I had to walk from the DMV to wherever. So I was using Waze to get to your place, and then I remember, I forget who told me, but your place was like a red building, and I thought it was that tall red building on the corner,
No.
but it's not.
No.
So then I went there, and I was like, wait, what? This is a bar. So then I turned around.
Oh, you went to Inside
it's
Out.
right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird.
You're sure you're not that friend that tells you I'm like 5 minutes away, but you say you're outside, but you're
It's
5 minutes away.
definitely-
I didn't feel like that was it.
Or like when he says,
No.
I'm on my way, and he's not even done getting ready yet. Yeah.
To Roy's offense, Roy's at the gym before you, so at least he he balances out.
I will give
He's
him
on
credit
time
for that.
something.
I will give him credit. He is at the gym before me literally every morning. That's great.
Get this cardio in before you come
Social
in.
events?
Fashionably late.
God damn, fashion.
Oh, God. Anyway, so we're hanging out at my place, right? And now we are
Well,
pre
no, Roy's hanging out. You're
Yeah.
Siesta Island.
No, I wasn't on Siesta Island. I was.
Cardio one.
We were here. My sister and her girlfriend ended up coming over too.
Okay.
So it was me, Rihanna, my sister's girlfriend, and Roy, and my dog.
It's a party.
And it was a party. So have you ever had or heard of White Claw?
I heard of it. I never had it. So you go to Vegas, every white girl walking the strip has
That's
White
what
Claw.
I said. That is 100% what I
Such a
said.
big
That is
secret.
100% what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was embarrassing. So I wanted to make a joke out of it.
Uh-huh.
And Roy, by the way, while he was over at my place and I was like kind of hanging out and
Okay.
schmoozing, had a tequila cocktail
Okay. Hey.
and then had like 3 or 4 more tequila shots, no
Mhm.
chaser.
You don't need it.
Okay.
Well, salt and lime, does that count?
Yeah, but he wasn't even really doing it. He would take the shot and then about 6
It's like,
minutes
oh shit, I
later.
still got the sauce.
Yep. He would have salt on his hand. I actually caught him playing with the salt on his hand, and then he ate it. I was like,
No, I wasn't playing with it. There was like too much salt on my wrist.
no. He
so
was
I
he was
had
like
to
he was like
take
moving
it
it
off.
around. He was moving around. I was like, what are you? Oh, whatever.
I
Like squishing limes, like just being weird. All right. So like.
okay, no, hold
So
on,
that
hold
just
on,
like, Bob, yo.
hold on. Tony, whenever you have a lime, don't you like rub it like this, right?
Mhm.
To get it.
Yeah. Well, he was going ham on that.
I was like
lime.
trying to rub it and trying to,
No, he was squishing it.
It's all hard as lime. It's probably hard as hell.
It's a lime. It's not Play-Doh. He's over here like just
Play-Doh.
like
What the hell?
making it. Anyway, so I
Uh,
thought I was gonna be like a little asshole, and I challenged Roy to a shotgun contest with the White Claws because let's just be honest, nobody's taking those drinks seriously to begin with. So what better way to just pound alcohol seltzer than just shotgun it?
yeah.
I gotta admit, that was fun as hell. Like the drink tastes like water. Like you don't taste the alcohol, so you're just pounding this like bubbly water that's kind of fruity.
It's like
You know.
LaCroix, but a little bit alcohol.
So like for me, actually it's like 5% alcohol, believe it or not.
Mhm.
But like for me, I wouldn't like you would never catch me sipping on a White Claw, you know.
Right.
But I would absolutely use it as a substitute for like beer pong or like shotgunning or like fun shit like that. That's a great idea. Yeah, I feel like that, and then you can mix up the flavors and you get the variety with the beer pong, and then you never know what you're gonna get. It's 100% fun.
What flavor was it?
So right about the taster, so it was like lime, raspberry, black cherry, and
I think that was it.
no, it was 4. Raspberry, black cherry,
Grapefruit.
grapefruit.
So who won?
I did it every time. Yeah. It seriously was like water, and it was fun. And then it's like at the same time you're like, oh, I'm getting drunk, you know. So it's like, you know, it's just fun to do, and then whatever. So that was fun. Everybody shotgunned. It was great. We had a little.
So the one you posted on the IG.
That was the first one.
Oh, that was your first.
That was the first one. I ended up shotgunning. I think like 4.
Oh, you hear boys in the back like, go already.
That's what he said.
Yeah. You're like, go.
No. Okay.
Ready for it.
Drunk Roy. Like I know.
Oh, you want to get to drunk Roy?
I know now that the listeners out here have been fairly acquainted with Roy, and they probably think of him as like a shy, timid, very considerate and modest human
They
being.
probably wonder how Roy hangs out with us.
When drunk Roy comes out,
It's a party.
he's an asshole.
I'm not an asshole.
He is the biggest. I've never heard so much shit talk in my life.
That's such
From
an
and
overdramatic
Tony,
statement.
Tony, you know how we get too. You know how me, you, Alex,
Yeah.
Joe. You know we
Yeah.
all
That's
clown.
So overdramatic.
We all clown, and we've been clowning forever. You know that.
Yeah.
We don't even light a match to him.
It was
All
like-
he
I
does.
saw he was flexing. I saw him on.
All he does is just talk so much shit.
I saw him on the IG
Is
story.
that
He was
right?
like ripped, and he was like in the tank top, like, yeah, I look good. What's up? What's happening?
Oh, yeah, I worked
He-
hard for that
He was,
shit.
he was having that time of his life. I didn't see the shit talking, but
Okay, that's a little overdramatic.
It's not over dramatic. It's not over dramatic. It's not. Roy's crazy,
I mean,
and,
I'm not-
and he
I'm
talks
not
shit, and he
crazy.
gets really aggressive.
so you end up so crazy that you don't go to festival with Roy. Like, how's Roy?
I would go to a festival with Roy if Shalia wasn't there too, because put them both together.
God.
Oh,
If you put them both together, it is the worst time. All they do is
He's
just talk
so
shit.
Overdramatic.
No.
It looks like they have a good time.
Overdramatic.
They look like they have a good time.
Anyway,
We had a great time.
I'll hang out with them.
Thank
so
you.
the festival was dope.
Thank you.
Had a great time. We did what I did not want to do, but it was a fun time. So I went to the festival and I was like, I don't want to just hang out in the same spot the whole time. Okay. Not gonna lie though, the spot we were at was like pretty lit. Right? We got like there was 2 beer gardens. There was a larger one near the main stage.
Right.
But that one is always trashy, and then you got like the younger crowd that wants to see the music. The beer garden that we were at was more adult, right? So it was like late 20s, 30s, 40s people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So super chill, you know. They had a wide variety of alcohols to purchase. All right, and then again, just people watching was fun as hell, you know. So
People watching is the best. That's the only reason why I told you, I'm like, hey, let's go down there just to check it out.
well, like one year, I would really love for you and Jen to just like commit to the weekend and just go with me to everything.
We will come there.
All right.
Alright. Just consequence this.
Anyway,
I had plans with Joe already. I had to push those back, and then I saw my
wasn't
grandma
his
on
birthday or
Sunday.
something?
No. It was just I made plans with him the week before. I had to cancel, so then I had to make it up, and then I had to push my grandma.
Got it. All right.
So
My bad for ghosting you. I would have loved to celebrate it with you,
I got ghosted.
but again, I
You
didn't
probably
even.
you're taking a nap.
You know what's so funny? You're like the 8th person who's mad at me for like ghosting. I did not use my phone the whole time.
I'm not mad.
It
I'm
was
just saying that's
crazy.
typical Joey. I'm used to it. For when Joey wants your attention.
Moving on. So we've got a couple
So
of topics.
festivals. so it's festivals, huh?
So there's we haven't recorded. Roy, you shut the hell up right now. Anyway, we haven't recorded. Oh, and then
His sister, like she was saying, like, oh, it's not hell no, it's hail no, like with the hail. I'm like, what the?
How do you say it?
shut the hell up. To both
Shut
of
the
you.
hell up.
Anyway, yeah. So
Oh my god.
easy to say that Roy gets along with my whole family, so whatever.
That's right in.
Yeah, he was actually invited to like family time yesterday, but he declined.
I have my own family time.
Called recovery.
No, my family really came
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Anyway, so we haven't recorded or met up or hung out in 2 weeks,
A week and a half.
a week and a half or so. A lot of crazy stuff's been happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned this before, but congratulations to the U.S. women's soccer team.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that,
It's just crazy, man.
I know that you want to talk about Fyre or Fry,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we both agreed.
On one of them, and that was our second
Yeah.
one too.
The craziest thing to happen in like the last week and a half.
Are you ready?
1.1 million people have committed to a public Facebook event of storming Area 51.
It's popping. We're out here. We out of here.
Do you believe that?
Vegas.
You know, even if like 1.1 million people don't show up, I guarantee you it's gonna be in the hundreds of thousands because people are that dumb and bored. What do you think?
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's on the way to Vegas, so like, hey, make a trip out of it. Like, nobody's there, I'll go to Vegas.
Might as well.
Or if I'm leaving Vegas,
News
Come back.
outlets, you know.
something like that.
This is just taking me back to like episode 4 or 5, Space Force, right?
Yeah, Area 51 is happening. It's popping.
I don't even like. Obviously, it was made as a joke.
Yeah. But 1.5 million on Facebook.
I'm just flooded with memes and like videos about what the alien encounter is gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most ridiculous things you've ever seen in your life, man.
They're waiting for us.
Yeah, but did you know that the federal government has actually issued a statement like warning people not to do that because they have permission to use deadly force to any trespassers?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So there's like memes coming up of like people saying like, oh, they can't stop all of us, and then somebody on like a machine gun saying like, really, because like I shoot 3,000 rounds in a minute, So I mean.
So what would it take for you to go? For you guys to go? Like, what would convince you? Like, hey, I'm going down there.
Sure. How about like a.
Like a real sign of it, or like?
No. Like the only way I would do that is if I got permission from the federal government. Are you kidding me?
You're going 1.5 million strong.
You honestly think? You honestly
What?
think?
I fucked around with Jen this weekend. I told her I was gonna like grab my car and nothing was podcast sticker and like I'd have a flag with nothing was podcast and drive up and pull up. The exposure.
Yeah.
1.5 million people.
The exposure,
are
though.
The exposure. I'm on the news.
Well, I honestly think that Roy should go.
For us?
Yeah. He should be our brand ambassador.
Well, okay. I just have to do research.
It's going down.
I'll try.
You think they'll change the date like as we get closer? Like somebody will like somehow
Not at all. I feel like it's gonna happen.
it's really committed. This
but-
first group is really in.
It's like not gonna be like 1.5 million. It's gonna be something like I'm guessing 300, 400,000 people. Like less than half. Way less than half.
They do realize though, if they do have a Facebook group and they're talking about this, like the government knows what you're doing. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like,
what is the government gonna do? Round up 1.5 million people, and like arrest them for potential trespassing? I don't know.
they'll just be waiting for them. They'll turn them around.
Let's just assume that this happens.
Okay, it goes down. We're here.
Brand ambassador.
What do you think is gonna be like the repercussions of discovering they've been hiding alien secrets this entire time?
So we find out, we break in, 1.5 million.
Storm the
Storm the
doors.
door.
Yeah. And just demand access to
and
every level.
Find everything out. I didn't think about it that far because
Yeah.
I didn't even picture 1.5 million people getting there.
All right.
Like I picture like
Do you think
a
that-
couple thousand
do you think that
and then
they-
you turn around.
The world is ready to,
Yeah.
come to the realization that there are extraterrestrials.
No, bro, we freak out about an earthquake and then think that the next one's coming to come the next day. So we're not ready for this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just feel like it would be
Are
terrific.
you ready?
Am I? Hell yeah.
Okay.
I've been preaching about the whole ancient alien bullshit for years now. So, if they storm the doors, they get into like the negative 69th level of the basement of Area 51, and they find an alien, and he's over there flipping pancakes and shit, making breakfast. I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not. I'm just gonna be like, oh, like cool, like the truth is finally out. And
Truth will set you free.
yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of like reactionaries from Christians.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of groups that are gonna flip out about it.
Flip out.
There's a lot of group members that are probably part
Honestly,
of both ways.
just like send Roy in drunk, and then he'll just talk so much shit to the guards that
Oh
they'll
my
just
god.
they'll just quit their jobs and then go kill themselves, and we'll just stroll right in. And
Oh my.
he'll find the alien, and then it'll end up being somebody like Lil Mayo, and then you know.
Mayo. Are those aliens from Scary Movie 3? You should
Yep.
see how we
He's thinking this now.
How do you say goodbye?
He kicks him in the balls. Oh,
Goodbye.
Jesus.
We're not ready for it. The world's not ready for it.
I think that's just
I
hilarious.
just don't know who started this.
Somebody named Kyle.
Okay.
That's all I know is that
Kyle
somebody
started
named Kyle. Yeah,
Kyle can do anything now.
somebody named Kyle.
Kyle
Just
can
created
sell
some-
you anything now. Kyle's gonna be the used salesman.
This is gonna be the best thing to happen in like the 2020s, right?
But
Right
it's
there.
not gonna
The
happen.
teens.
Hey, so what do you wear to this event? Like, what do you?
Tinfoil hats
Okay.
and
Like
Yeah,
when you
like-
pop off and
Those like foil metal suits.
Mhm.
You know, like you're cool, but you're not cool.
Yeah.
You know,
or you can just wear like the bubble wrap suits from Dude Where's My Car, you know, the Sultan.
or Bubble Boy.
Or bubble, yeah, I guess if you don't want to catch any alien STDs while Roy's jerking off the aliens.
do you
for
sell
sure.
everything and just
Just
say
leave
like,
them out.
I'm done.
Oh man! All right. I'm glad that we got that off the shelf. Enough business.
Business is pleasure. Area 51. Joey will be there.
Be there or be square.
You might be part of it, and you haven't told us.
Yeah, no. It's
Ever
not
since
happening.
episode 4.
Ever since I got
Dun,
abducted
dun, dun.
and they put that microchip behind my left ear.
See, you did leave for 6 months at one point, so
I did.
we didn't really see much of your 6 months.
I was up in a spacecraft.
You could have been in Space Force University all
Yeah.
along.
No. I was an alien spaceship and. They didn't probe me, but they just put me in a room and they gave me a bunch of tests, like baby tests,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it was like, they give you a set and then you gotta put the right shape in the
Mhm.
right hole.
Mhm.
I failed that, so I just couldn't put the triangle. I just put the triangle with the circle, and then
You think you were a match because your legs?
Yep. They were like, wow, look at those legs.
You got
One of us.
One
One of us. One of us.
Oh my god.
Anyway, a new documentary released
Yeah.
on both Netflix and Hulu.
Netflix and Hulu.
Wait, is it new?
It's not new. It came out this year, at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but
Fyre Festival, but I barely watched it this weekend.
I haven't really heard that much exposure about it anyway.
Well, let me tell you that. Fyre Festival was a fraudulent luxury music festival founded by Billy, and he's the CEO of Fry Media Inc. And one of the other goddamn, is Ja Rule. So Billy and Ja Rule link up, make this festival. They think it's gonna be the biggest thing in the world, but they're promoting their Fry app, which is a booking music talent. So Billy pleads guilty in March 2008 to wire fraud charges. So
Yeah.
the whole thing about it is, they hype it up so hard. They do the best promotion in the world. They get Instagram models and everything, and they fly them out there. They say they're at Pablo Escobar's former island. They lose the island because they mentioned Pablo Escobar. So now they're rushing to get a different island, but now they only get a section of an island. All these Instagram models blow up Instagram with posts from there. See you at Fry. Purchase your ticket now. They all post the same image. I remember seeing this image because it spread everywhere. Like orange, just an orange fucking picture.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Just an orange picture, and it clicked to a video. And it just like, it's like a music video. Like, fucking a
Yeah.
boat, hose, everything, jumping down.
Boat
getting a rapper.
hose.
Boat hose and a rapper. Boom.
Yeah.
Everyone's dream, right? Everyone wants to be
Uh-huh.
part of that. Sign up, everyone, they oversell. They undersell general admission, but they oversell the luxury because they obviously need more money.
Yeah.
Long story short, this fool is a fuck up, and he was money laundering. Like, he was getting money and just spending it on his stuff and trying to make this festival blow up, but he was also paying influencers and just doing all this shit, living the fabulous life. He was an entrepreneur that never really invented anything, but he knew how to manipulate people and how to just bring in money his way.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
always just fucking doing that type of shit, that shady shit. The funny thing is, I've never seen Jen mad watching something. Like, I've seen Jen mad at somebody or something happening, but the reaction Jen got out of this, like, just watching this documentary, like, she was jumping out, flipping out, like, I thought she was gonna break something in that apartment.
Wow.
Like, you're like, this fucking asshole, and then, like, I can't believe he's a fucking scam artist, a scam fucking artist. It's like 10 o'clock, I'm like, damn, they're gonna think I'm doing something to her here.
Yeah. He made like something like 128 million or something like that, right?
He made a shit ton, but he blew it all. Like, he was worth nothing, because he was also lying about his books, about his real company. Like, he was fucking his books, like, his numbers were, he was making it look like he was making millions, when his company was only making $60,000 a year. So his employees were getting paid cash, nobody was really on payroll, and all types of shit. So on October 11th, Billy was sentenced to 6 years in prison in order to forfeit up to $26 million. And then they made 2 documentaries, obviously one on Netflix and one on Hulu. I saw the one on Netflix, halfway through the one on Hulu. I recommend both of you to watch it just for the fucking entertainment, just to see how someone's able to manipulate the system, and people are still naive out there to sign up for stuff like this. Even though you know it's a fraud, people will still sign up for it and see, like, he didn't post the lineup. It's the first time being a festival. You don't know where the island is. Like, it's all red flags with people with money. He targeted the right people, millennials that just want to be out there with the scene and be.
I get it, because like I'm over here, like, obviously I don't have money, I don't come from money, you know, and I'm just like, what would prompt me to ever spend that much money attending a festival? And you're right, because people want to be a part of shit. That's why people drop like $500 for Coachella tickets.
Right.
It's called FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people had the FOMO, that you saw that shit and you saw all your influencers. So check it out right now. If we see like a celebrity post something that they're doing something in San Diego, we're like, fuck, like, I need to go, I need to make it happen. Let's see how I can go there, because they're hyping it up. You think it's gonna be the best thing since bread and butter or whatever.
Yeah.
But
And didn't he hire like some top-notch models to, like, Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, and like, all of
he
them?
wired her like,
To
I think $250,000, if I'm right, like 250,000 just to post. That says good music was gonna be there, and he didn't even really sign good music yet to go to that festival.
He didn't sign anybody.
He didn't, you know, yet he
couldn't even get Ja Rule.
he got Blink 182, and Blink 182 canceled the day before. But nobody was getting paid. Like, he had a list of celebrities going. Like, I think Little Yachty was gonna go, and then it was like no one got their money. No one ever got paid. Everyone was chasing around trying to get paid. I need you to watch it so we can have a real conversation, because there's a character in there that I think you would fall in love with him, and you would feel bad for the guy. And a lot of people did.
Was it the guy who won tickets at his work and had the best time ever?
Not him. No, not him. But it was, I don't know, man. Like, watching it, I would never fall for it, but I can see how someone that has money or came from money or just has gone to festivals is like, I want to go to the greatest and latest thing. Like, oh, I've done Coachella so much, but I want to flex in the Bahamas, in an island.
Right. Yeah, the whole like conditions though, like they were given tents, right? Like pop-up tents.
No, they were sold an idea they were gonna be in a village, not in a village, in a fucking
like one of those really nice,
like really nice like
tents,
villas.
like there's beds,
Yeah.
there's air conditioning.
Like, you're all by yourself. It made it seem like your backyard was a beach.
Right.
There was no beach.
Right.
It was just in a corner that never got used in this island.
Yeah, and then like wasn't there like, you know, wild pigs running around the whole island?
That was another island that they were supposed to have with wild pigs. It was just, they were selling so much of this and never showed you what they were actually doing. So when people would go on their Instagram and say like, hey, I heard this about this, they would delete everything about it. So they ended, at some point you couldn't add comments no more. So people were catching up to them. The people that weren't going were catching up to them. The people that were going were already committed, like, yeah, I already dropped $5,000 or whatever. Like,
$5,000.
it was a shit ton, bro. And then he needed more money closer to the end, so they started sending emails to people and saying like, hey, you want to come to the festival, but you gotta load up your wristband with some money, because that's the only way to buy stuff here.
Oh, what?
And a lot of people are loading it up with $3,000, but you can load it up with more if you want. And that's how he got more money to keep moving forward, because he was running out of money with.
I bet you nobody was even doing $3,000. They just said that to make people want to do $3,000.
No, right? Yeah, that was his marketing. People were, I was like, I'm just gonna do a couple hundred, like.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane. So after that, obviously they can't. Oh, it rained the day before. Big ass storm. It rained the day before, so all the tents washed out. Day before they're trying to clean it up. No go. They cancel it. 1 day out. Everyone has to fly back out. People that were flying in are turned back around at the airport. So it's a big shit show. No one can find him. Everyone's running, trying just to hide themselves. The people on the island are trying to cash in on their money. Like, hey, we were promised all this. Like, what's up? No one got really paid on the island. All the laborers that work 24-hour shift did not get paid. So there's people out there that busted their ass for a good month.
What about now though? Like, did everybody get their money back and did people get paid?
The only person I saw that really got paid was the lady that ended up being the freaking
Wasn't it like the
catering,
catering?
the catering lady. So they also lost their chef, so they were gonna have a 5-course meal. You're gonna have to get everything, and then they couldn't find no chef no more, and then they finally hired her. She was told by everyone on the island not to accept it, but she's like, hey, I'm gonna take a risk because if it turns out great, this festival is gonna keep on coming. I'm gonna cash in. And it's a connection, right? So she didn't get paid anything up front. Invested $50,000 of her savings just to keep it operational.
Are you serious?
She was tearing up on the Netflix, bro. And then after that, Jen told me that she started a GoFundMe, and then she just wanted to get like, I think like $150,000 just to like break even of everything, all her losses and whatnot. And then they doubled it, I think, close to doubling it. But that's the person that she deserved it, but he still felt bad for the day later.
Whatever. Stupid people making stupid choices. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, man.
But
Whatever.
he still goes and frauds people, bro. So he gets out of jail, he gets bailed out. Now he has another company, uses all those emails from the festival, and starts manipulating them about other tickets that he can sell. Like meet Jay-Z, meet Beyonce, go to New York's Knicks game front row, fly you out to the Grammys, and people are biting on it still. Like he's not making a ton, but some people are biting on it. So he's using the same freaking loophole of emails.
Is he like sending the tickets though?
No, of course not. But he wasn't doing it. So so question for you. You just got out of jail.
Yeah.
You're basically on fine line. Anything you do, you're fucked. You're gonna go do the same thing?
No.
So that's when everybody realized this guy's fucking
Stupid.
Lost his mind. He teams up with this other young cat and but the whole thing too, Ja Rule did not walked away. Free. Nothing happened to Ja Rule.
Was he like an investor or something?
He was the co-founder too. He was alongside with them.
Oh.
So Ja Rule, I think a week ago, he was cleared from everything now, as of recently.
Did he have to pay any fines or anything?
He said that he also got manipulated. He didn't know what was going on. He's like, he blamed Billy. He's like, Billy dragged me along this.
What a rat. Anyway.
Where would I be without my baby?
I guess that just, like the whole fear of missing out thing, I mean, that's a really strong motivator.
It's a lot of us, bro. Like, we see shit and we're like, damn, I wish I was there. Damn, I wish I could have done that.
Right.
And like, was it really that fun? Because, I don't know.
Alright. I'm gonna change gears here, but it kind of rolls around the same deal that we're talking about.
Go for it.
Let's say that Roy, you want to go to Thailand. Antonio, you want to go to, I don't know, Spain,
Okay.
right? If you don't have money to go, are you gonna go?
No.
Just straight up no?
I would. If I didn't have the money.
What about you?
Negative, not going. I should have planned ahead.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, another stupid thing that millennials are doing is a phenomenon, especially for young white people.
Mm-hmm.
They will take a trip, and more recently it's been like Bali or Thailand, places that are very impoverished to begin with.
Country really poor.
They'll fly out to these countries and then stay for an extended period of time with no money to come home. Right? They'll just blow their wad in Thailand, or they'll just go to go. And then they beg for money in Thailand so that they can eat and buy a plane ticket back home. It's called begpacking. It's a new phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a thing. He told me, he texted me this morning his 3 topics, and then I had to Google it, and then there's just articles of just. And there's also a documentary, and I think it was like out of kindness or something. Like I seen it before, but he was just trying to make it out of people's kindness, and that's what piggyback on this.
The audacity of people to go travel to countries that are impoverished, white people, and then go party, blow all your money in Thailand, and then have to beg from Thai strangers.
The signs
For
are
their
holding
money.
too are just like out of this world. Like, hey, help
Yeah.
me travel the world.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Yeah,
They
it's
go
like,
back home.
They get a job.
They go back home
Same-
or stay and start working here.
Get
like,
a job. Yeah. Like, okay, welcome to Thailand. You are now a citizen. You know, get a job. Make money. No, and it was funny because I just kept seeing like there's this one guy who like lives in Thailand. He's like a Thai native, you
Right.
know, and he just goes around and he takes pictures of these people, right? And he points out there was one girl who was wearing like a Gucci watch, right? Like a $3,000 watch, you know. Other people with their like iPhone X's, iPhone 10s, you know, with like their Gucci sandals and their Louis Vuitton bags and stuff like that, like sitting outside of women's shelters, homeless shelters, old people homes, and begging for money
Right.
from people to continue their travels and potentially go home.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? That's like me taking like a road trip to like a poor neighborhood. I don't know, someplace in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't know, or like, or yeah, or something.
That's
Right, like me,
the most poverty.
me like you know traveling somewhere and then begging for money to go. I'm sorry. Do you guys have an opinion on this? Because it's just like I can't even formulate words
I
right now.
can't either. Like to just sit there and just be like, oh, help me, I'm poor. Like,
I'm not poor. I have a home at. I have a house at the States, but I'd rather travel.
Right.
And I'm kind of like being on the frugal, really frugal side, and I just want you to pay for my travel.
no.
And then I'll go flex.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
I'm out
Flex.
here.
Yeah, but then Instagram.
And
oh,
Instagram, right?
I'm
this is
gonna have
my
it. This is
my
my
5-star Thai meal. It's like, well, how'd you buy it?
And
oh,
I think they
I
kind of
stole.
twisted it the way of like the backpacking. Like, you know, backpacking is still cool,
Yeah.
but they said, how can I backpack and not pay nothing? Because people that backpack still spend money, but people that backpack do it in the way that I'm gonna spend money on food and flights.
Okay, so
and places.
so check this out. Check this out. To piggyback on that, in South Africa,
Yeah.
there's like this Instagram famous couple. I forgot what they're called, but it's like 2 white people,
Yeah.
right? And they're Instagram famous. They've got this couples fit online, like just bougie
Yeah.
people who flex, you know, whatever. They have a GoFundMe for like 30,000 South African dollars. I don't know what it's called there, but it's because they wanted to buy a tandem bike and then ride their bike like up Africa, and then they wanted to document
Help us get
like
around the world.
their travel, and they were like, be a part of our journey, like give us money. We need money for a bike,
Yeah.
and we need money for hotels and food. But if you donate, then you're gonna be a part of the journey. Like, okay, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna give you money to go travel. I'm gonna buy myself a bike, and I'm gonna bike myself. Are you out of your mind? So people were just trashing their GoFundMe page, you know, with just like, what is wrong with you? I work my ass off for my money. I'm sure a lot of people work their ass off. I'm not gonna pay you to have a good time.
You're
You
not
could-
in need. You're not like.
You know? It's crazy. Like these, like, oh my god.
And
Oh
people
my
still-
God.
And people still give money to these people.
Yeah.
So it's us that we have to put a stop to it. So if someone
We
out
want you
there
to be a part of our
goes up
journey.
to you and is like, hey, I need money for traveling, like, why don't you fund yourself? Like,
Yeah, okay, well save.
yeah.
Right.
Save, I'm
your
sorry,
money, like,
save.
sorry, like, do like everybody else. do,
Shit,
like,
if I had the mentality, I would have been back and forth to Europe 6 times a year. Are you kidding me right
Yeah.
now?
with no job because you
It's
don't
just
need it.
mental.
People are gonna pay for your shit.
It's just seriously
Their
mental.
mindsets,
And then they're staying at they're eating the food at the homeless shelters
Yep.
when they're staying
For
at these
free.
places for free. So yeah, they have the audacity to go to a homeless shelter, get that free food
They're
and that
taking
free
you
shower,
in the free shower,
and
the,
their
the
Gucci keep on going.
yep, in their
yeah.
Gucci flip flops and
And
their,
whatever they have
and
in their backpack.
$3,000 watches and their iPhone X's.
Ooh.
Backpacks and everything.
Doesn't that just like grind your gears a little bit?
It puts a bad name at the state for us here, bro, because we live here. Because now we go out there, and then you'll get to this third world country, and they're like, "Oh, you sure you want to pay for that? You don't want us to give it to you?" Like, you'll get something like that. I feel like.
So Thailand actually put a restriction on people visiting, and now to gain entrance into the country, you have to prove that you have a certain amount of money on you.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. Like you're gonna show up with nothing.
Yeah.
You're gonna post some really great Instagram pics, and then you're gonna. I mean, this just takes me back to like, remember we were talking about how people buy outfits to wear on Instagram to bring right back to the store.
Yeah. We're living in a strange time.
What is wrong with people?
We're living in a strange time where people will go the extra mile just to look the part.
There are people living in those countries that haven't eaten for literally days.
And
Clean water is not a thing.
And the best part is, these people that are doing it are coming back home writing books about how to do it and teaching people how to do it now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it went that far too. They're teaching people how to do it.
How to begpack.
So now you begpack. Now you come back to the States, and now you're a begpack entrepreneur, and you start your own business and how to tell people how to do it now.
This is how I funded my spiritual journey through Bali.
So you're gonna go to Bali. You're not gonna end up in the middle. You want to go to the outskirts, like shit like that. Like, so that just keeps going in a circle. So once we stop those people from helping other people, then it would calm down. But
I just seriously
it's a circle
hope.
now.
I just really hope that 1.5 million storm Area 51. the aliens rise up and they honestly are just like, okay, the stupid half of the population, you are all gonna be incinerated. And then, they're just gonna piss in their mouth. Yeah, no, so like honestly, we honestly need like a Thanos snap or some shit. Like it's just getting to that point where there's just too much stupid.
Yeah.
There's too much stupid, man.
There's
I can't.
a lot of stupid. I knew it was a thing, but I didn't think it was that big until you mentioned it, and I looked more into it and keep going more deeper.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it until right now.
Yeah, it's just, if you knew about it, let us know. If you didn't, let us know. Let us know what you think in general about it.
That shit blows my mind, man.
It's crazy to even think that we live in a time where people are doing this, when there's actual people that actually need that help.
Oh my
and
God.
you're here crying because you can't go to Bali. Like, bitch,
Yeah.
what are the percentage of people that actually go to Bali that could afford it? Very little.
I'm honestly, Drake, I love you, but ever since he turned that coin YOLO, people have been acting out of their fucking mind.
Yeah.
You only live once, so I'm gonna go steal from beggars in Thailand, and then I'm gonna post some great pics because this is my life and I lived it well. Like, no, like you're still going to hell.
You know what? I'm glad we have a podcast and I can say this on here. In a year, Instagram's done.
I honestly hope so.
Instagram's done.
What do you think is going to be
as much as I like it
replacement?
because it's just a platform that we can have more exposure and everything like that, the algorithm and then just people just fucking, you're seeing the same shit now, bro. Like, I scroll and I see the same thing. You see the same IG models, the same fit couples, the same, there's no originality. I've been posting every day for the last, this year. That was me and Jen's like little freaking challenge to ourselves. I'm running out of pictures to take that I'm just trying to be myself. I'm not trying to be like everyone out there, Fucking posted a picture of me laying in a bed in Vegas.
I know.
Like, I'm just like,
that was a pretty good picture though. I liked it.
I'm just trying to do something different, but I feel like it's just so, it's dead. It's gonna die, and there's gonna be something else again that comes out, and hopefully it starts a new trend or something different.
I just honestly think that like this is sort of a spin-off of the fact that there are no more original ideas left.
No, everyone copies the same thing. It's the same thing like quotes. Like, at first when we saw quotes on Twitter, we're like, oh my God, that guy's a genius. Like, he came up with that himself. Now you Google that quote and you find out that there's 7 different authors of it. Like,
or like the fact that every movie that's coming out has been a remake. There's not even any new movies.
No.
The people don't even have any.
You're running
spin-offs, reboots.
Hey,
it's like
Little Nas.
That's not.
That song. He's remixed it 3 times already now.
Yeah.
So.
And samples, you know.
Yeah.
Country Road, or whatever it is.
Old Town Road.
Old Town
Old Town
Road.
Road.
Yeah, he would know. He loves that song.
Yeah.
It's a great song, but it's the same thing. He's gonna keep on remixing it because we're all gonna keep on singing it and doing the same thing.
Right.
We just lack originality.
We like there's no original thoughts, there's no originality.
So
Wow, we went from Area 51 to like sort of pseudo epistemological talks right now.
it's great. It's wonderful.
That's great.
It's wonderful.
It's like that's great.
You know what I'm thinking right now? I'm thinking about how the fuck am I gonna title this? That's what I'm thinking right now.
I don't know, just like
there's so much you can use right now.
I would honestly stick with the Area 51
Just write it Area 51.
because that's just funny.
100.
You know the Facebook event is public, so if you want to join the mass horde of people who are going to storm
I'm gonna do the swipe up on the Instagram. Area 51 podcast is live, and if you want to join,
Swipe up.
swipe up on the next one. Oh, but fine.
All right. Well, next week we got something big poppin'.
Big things. Should we announce it?
Yeah.
Let's announce it. So if you listen to us on a Tuesday, come enjoy Taco Tuesday with us on the 23rd at Tamarina. It's live.
The club going up.
Tacos going up
I think
on a Tuesday.
we'll be there live at 6
Got
p.m.
the salsa and the guac and it's cheesy.
Ooh.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah, should be fun. Tamarino, located in North Park, right there.
Come through.
Come through. Roy's gonna be there. Jen's gonna be there. So come meet and greet your favorite co-hosts.
Wait,
What?
Tamarino, like that nice looking restaurant that's across from Observatory?
Yeah, the observatory that I hit up trying to make a podcast.
Crickets.
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 Oh man.
Oh, yeah, with the, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be there. We're live. We're there. We're gonna be interviewing the two owners, the two partners, and tasting food. And you'll be hearing.
Yeah, you'll be hearing all the slurps from Tony up there.
Sipping on
Jeez.
margaritas.
Sipping on margaritas, having some
Yeah.
tacos. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully Joey's face doesn't.
Oh yeah, I know. We were talking about that earlier, and I was, not to say that it's bad food. I'm pretty sure it's great. I've never eaten there, but I'm pretty sure it's great. But
Only drank that.
it's funny because we're also going to be live, right? Like we're going to be live filming us taste the food, interview the peeps. A little bit of the background, more so the food, the whole ambiance of the restaurant. It's going to be Taco Tuesday, so it's going to be lit,
Yeah.
right? And I was just telling Tony as a joke. I was like, what if the food's really bad? And like he got me on film, like kind of with that sour face, like. And then you gotta like pretend.
I'll be looking at
I'll
you.
just-
Joey, are you right?
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like the best tacos I ever had, except for my mama's. But
It's gonna be good.
yeah,
It's
Wait, what kind of tacos?
I've never eaten that before.
No, your mom's tacos.
Oh, my mom? She makes all kinds.
fish, oil.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Have
she-
you ever been invited?
No, never.
Well, my mom hasn't cooked for like 10 years now, so I've been making my own tacos for about a decade. Thanks, mom. Anyway.
Taught you well, that's why.
Taught you well.
Yeah, she did.
There's a porch on that, Larry.
But yeah, so it should be a super good time. We're going to be posting throughout about it. So if you want to come through,
And then we'll be knocking on the observatory.
yeah, it'll be like Eric Andre, that meme where he says on the gate, "Let me in." Have you seen that photo?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that's it from the boys for this week.
The boards are done.
Roy, can they find you anywhere?
No.
Where's it goes?
No. Okay. All right.
You can add him on Instagram, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
He's not active.
Not active.
How long since you haven't logged in?
For Instagram?
Yeah.
February.
And you good?
Yeah.
You still think you're like, you know what's going on in the world? You don't have no FOMO?
No, I use Reddit a lot. I love Reddit.
Alright. Maybe you get
So
quiet.
I get through that. And Twitter too. Like I look for news on Twitter.
Reddit's tight, but it's just like reading the threads or just like.
I love
you
that.
gotta
I
go
enjoy
back
it.
and- Yeah.
You read the threads.
I love
I mean,
it.
like,
Joey's
for-
the type of person that he sees you mention yourself on Facebook and he goes to see what you're mentioning yourself about.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm subscribed to like a lot of like subreddits
Mhm.
too, so it's
I think he knows Instagram's gonna be over. That's why he's already getting used to it.
Well,
Started
I mean,
Area
whatever.
51, our
Area-
ambassador, you'll be there. Check Roy.
Yeah, the last thing that Roy ever does on Instagram is he goes live on Instagram for 6 seconds while the aliens are attacking, and then he's dead.
He's like, we're about to mash pit.
And then just like, and then gone.
Oh shit. Hopefully he saved it.
Wouldn't that be crazy if, like, you know, Roy's stomping like the whole Area 51 area, and then like the aliens have this lit ass concert. I don't know, for some reason I just see like
performing.
the aliens, and it's just like the dopest festival ever. And it's just like
with my Zumba class, right?
with your Zumba class, yeah, doing the hustle in the back,
Hey. Hey.
doing the nay nay. All right, that's it from the boys. I gotta go take a test. Love you, fam.
Joey. It's been real. Till next week. As always, you can find us at Nothing Loose Podcast. Have a great day. Peace. It was good.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing.